Welcome to the show, it's the Backer Squad, talking all things green and gold. Give a round of applause. We break it down, every game, every play, from Lambeau to the talks, you know we slay. Got the energy, electric, vibes always hype. Join the conversation, come on, grab your mic. It's a podcast flow that keeps your heart in tune. Every touchdown, every fumble, we're the afternoon. Backer boys, we be bringing the heat. Live on YouTube, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, never miss a beat. Follow us on Facebook, it's the ultimate retreat.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Backer Boys podcast. What's only two of us today, right now. Hopefully some others will join us. Hopefully Ken eats his ham quickly.
No, don't.
He sends me a picture of his ham cooking in his oven. He goes, it's going to come out right when the show starts. Sounds like he needs a rest for an hour. Get on here.
Hell yeah. It'll stay warm.
Yeah, no, he'll get here. Anyway, well, let's talk some Packer football, bro. I mean, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I got questions about everything, but, you know, that's just me.
Yeah. I got questions about that offensive line. That's got to get better. I mean, what they say? Fucking they played like fucking like 18% together fucking all last year.
What's up, Yoli?
Starters. It's like, yeah, our offensive line definitely got to step up and stay healthy. That main thing, staying healthy.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, shoved like Morgan. They shoved him around everywhere. It's like, how can a guy fucking put him back to his natural spot? That's where he's best at. Leave him the fuck alone. You know what I mean? So hopefully they'll keep him there. Ryan, towards the end of the season, I thought he started really stepping up. So I'm thinking he's gonna step up this year. That was his first full year as actually a center. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know.
And towards the end of the season, he actually started playing good. And then you got Banks. He had a horrible start of the season, and towards the end of the season, he started actually playing pretty darn good. We actually paid for him, you know.
Yeah,
we paid a lot of money for that guy. He's like, he's got to step up even more, man. You know,
paid a lot of money.
Yeah,
the Backer boy. A lot of money.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to share this out to a bunch of groups.
But yeah, it's running back too. It's like now it's like who's our second guy? You know.
Yeah.
You know, they say Floyd, but you know, it's like, well, you can't stay healthy. I mean, it'd be nice if he can stay healthy, but
who?
You can't get. Yeah, who? Yeah,
that guy. Who?
Yeah,
that guy. I don't think he's ever. I mean, seriously, man. You really think he? I mean, I see they keep showing him in posts like they know something that we don't. You know, like he's
if he stays healthy, he's gonna be a weapon. I guarantee you that.
I don't know how, man. I mean, who's gonna be scared of him?
Well, once he gets on the field and starts fucking doing his thing, I mean, he just got to stay healthy. That's the main thing. He's been right after another. It's like this. I think this is his final year. He knows it. I mean, this is pretty much his last chance.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, it should have been last year, but that's just me.
Well, he was drafted him 2 years ago.
Yeah. No, I know. He got to give his time, but bro, every it seems like every time he's walking off the field, he sprains his vagina. He's out for another.
Yeah. Well, hope Packers, they sent him to fucking Madison and they figured this shit out, and hopefully that Watson actually Watson's been staying pretty good, No, we're not. No, this is from last week.
We come on at 7, bro. We come on at 7 p.m. every Friday. 7 p.m. Central. I don't know where you live. I don't know what time zone you're in, but 7 Central.
But yeah.
We usually got more. I don't know where AW is and Ken.
Now I'm seeing more that Packers might be getting offensive line or even a receiver with their first pick in the second round.
What did you say?
8:00 Eastern. Oh, that Packers might pick an offensive line or a receiver with the second pick. with their.
That's not. I mean, is that a sexy pick? Not the O lineman, that's for sure. But I don't see us taking a wide receiver. I mean, we just gave up some wide receivers.
Yeah. I mean, to me, what I like to do, I like to see Musgrave get traded to Miami, and us trading, and then us drafting another tight end, a good blocking tight end.
Go Paco doesn't want a tight end or an offensive lineman either.
I mean, we'll get off. I like to get offensive linemen like in the mid rounds, you know, like 4th or 5th, you know.
Did you see Will Anderson's deal? I know, man.
Yeah.
He's now the highest paid edge rusher or whatever.
Seen Parsons things.
Yeah, Parsons was the highest. He's not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it goes. Before the end of the season, a couple other guys are going to beat it too. You know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It was a lot of money. That guy got. Everybody's getting paid. Everybody's getting banked. I know. I think quarterback or nose tackle.
Well, one thing about it, I think a corner. There's only a good couple outside corners in this draft that, for 52 the second round. Then they're all slow, shorter fucking corners that we don't fit our style. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think we're going to get a corner unless we move up and get like Johnson or get one of the topper guys. We'll have to move up to get one.
Well, we have to. We might. What are we?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, like 20. Where are we at? 20.
I think we're going to get. Personally, I think we're going to get a defensive lineman or a receiver.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Because then they got options next year with Reed then, and
I mean, Steve, I'll send you the link. You want to come in and talk about it? You can come talk about it with us. I mean, I think there's a lot of things going on, but here we go. There's A-Dub. A-Dub in the hizzy.
What's good, gentlemen?
what's up?
What's up? Oh, yeah.
So, have y'all been watching some of the videos as far as the tour these guys have been on lately?
I just see pictures of it and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen reels of some of it, but
One of the fans asked Randall Cobb about the Bears, about them beating them. Randall Cobb was, well, hey, it doesn't apply to me because they never beat me. So he gave it to fucking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that too.
I was like, yeah, that was a good one.
Go and read them on.
Randall Cobb, you never beat me.
Yep, and there's a reason. And when it comes to Cobb, there's a reason he's called a bear killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Steve-O?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If you want to know what I mean by Ed Policy in his ear, okay.
He doesn't want to wait.
Well, the thing is, if Ed Policy, now I'm not saying any of this is legit, but if Ed Policy is anything like his father, Carmen, when Carmen was running the Niners in the late 80s, early 90s, when they won all the Super Bowls and whatever, boom, look what Carmen did for the 40. I mean, that guy went out and got Deion Sanders to be in the Niners, Charles Haley, Bill Romanowski. He got this guy, he got that guy, whatever, boom. And I did the background check on that policy and everything. I mean, this guy, like I said, he could be in Goody's ear saying that with all these things that has happened, like our team, you guys can't deny it. Our team has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed. I want to say for the better, and it's going to take time. It's going to take some time. And the thing is, we don't know. I mean, for any of us, we're all like A-Dub, you guys do your work, and I appreciate everything you guys do. You guys find this out, find out, and I love listening to you guys. But honestly, we don't know what's going to happen. Every time we think, now we ain't got no first round pick, which I really don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
We got a Micah Parsons for first round. That's what
Yeah.
we got.
Well, yeah, that to me, that's awesome. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
You know, but with the second pick now, like A-Dub, I was asking you yesterday about is there any chance trading up into the late first? You
So,
said
man.
no, but you never know.
Yeah, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
I think if the right corner's there in the first, and we can move up, I think we will.
Yeah, well, maybe not in the
It just
late
comes
first.
down to the right. It just comes down to the right capital being in place for that to happen.
Right. Or could it be a earlier second? Like an earlier second. We're at 52. Could we move up into like the mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, whatever, but to get the corner or whatever?
Yeah, I think they would.
If I like I says, I did my research with Ed Policy. If he's like anything like his father, what his father Carmen did for the Niners, I said this through the year and the months past. Ed Policy is going to change this team around. There's going to be changes like there's no tomorrow.
Well, if you notice that that they're getting rid of the younger, some of the bad apples, I'm calling them, because that's because Quay was a bad apple. I mean, he's a good player, but he's still, I mean, in the locker room, he kind of had that attitude.
Yeah.
Wiggs had his attitude. Dobbs had his attitude. And so now we're going with veteran, and we're veterans, more veteran people, you know what I mean? We're getting like Hargrave, we're getting Franklin, we're getting more experience and getting older. I mean, just get more experience in there for these younger guys.
Yeah, a veteran presence in certain areas.
We need to fix that fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is we got to fix that and finish games.
Right. Well, and and this thing with the receivers, with trading Wicks, okay, I liked Wicks, I really did, and so forth. But we got a fifth and a sixth out of that. And then, Dobbs, I didn't care if he left. That didn't bother. I mean, I don't hate him or anything like that. The three main guys is Watson, Reed.
Steve, you was on record saying you wanted to get rid of Dobbs like a year or two ago, bro. So I understand it, bro.
Wrong.
He played his hand, and he did not fulfill his step up. He did not fulfill his.
Then another thing to be said about Dobbs. Going into the final year of his rookie deal, it was going to be somebody got an echo somewhere.
Yeah,
that might have been me because I was going to tell Robbie it was 3 years ago I was on the Dobbs train.
Yeah, maybe. I know you wanted him out, because he was dropping balls.
Well, not just that. I didn't like his attitude. Like, he's just. I don't want no one
during the camp. He didn't come. He didn't show up because he didn't like his position or you were giving him. So he didn't come to camp that day.
If you don't want to be, if you're going to act like that, I don't want you on this team.
Exactly. That's when he lost me too.
I don't want you on this team.
We did have the reports about certain players not being happy with the roles that they had.
Right.
Yeah. And they're all gone.
And I'm thinking, is that a player thing or is it a coach thing?
Well, I think it is the scheme. I think the Flores scheme, I think, because he moves around. You don't just like we ain't gonna have 1,000-yard receiver because how much we spread the ball around so much. And I think the receivers and everybody else. Yeah, but now they want to take that room, shrink it down a little bit, and I think they're gonna try something different.
Well, this is just my belief. I think with everything that's happening, this is all Ed Policy with bringing in veteran players. And
it needed to be done. I mean, you could say it's Ed Policy. I could also say it's like LaFleur's desperation is spilling out. I mean, does anybody believe he's not on the hot seat? Anybody?
I think he knows he is.
I think he's on the hot seat.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so too.
Yep.
I mean, if there's one thing I believe saves his job is two things. One, he needs to win this division with Jordan Love as his QB. And two, we need to see a deep playoff run.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is another thing I was thinking about, the last few nights. Nothing against Love. I hope he, whatever. But with Ed Policy, if Love doesn't prove this year. Now, it was said that every year, now we're going to draft a quarterback because it was said that they're going to start doing what they did through the years. Like when we had Brett Favre, they went out and got Ty Dempner.
They'll take a late round on one, like a 7th or 8th, 7th or 6th
Well,
round, maybe.
Especially as far as a backup's concerned. They need
yeah.
it.
I think Love proved himself last season.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I do too.
He had 4 touchdowns in that playoff game, better than most quarterbacks in the playoffs, in the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
The defense crapped out on us.
Well, the offensive line fell apart in the second half.
Well, the play
Yeah,
calling by
yeah,
LaFleur was atrocious.
Yeah,
Well, I
like,
think injuries, you can only do so much. You got Kraft out, you got Parsons out, you got Wyatt out, not a big
Zach Tom was
Zach
out.
Tom was out.
Bro, we had a
Jenkins.
21-point lead with all
I
those
know.
guys out.
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean,
All those guys are out.
I feel like
We had
Rashawn Gary should have been taken out of the game. They should have put one of those young edge rushers in that spot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm just going to
Either
believe-
Colin Oliver or Baron Sorrell could have done better.
Yep.
Well, absolutely. They might have won the
Well-
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well,
They
hey,
had the
well,
receivers.
well,
I would have
A-Dub-
just settled with beating the Bears at that point.
Well,
you know?
A-Dub,
yeah.
well, A-Dub, as you've seen, Parsons really been working with Sorrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And
he's been-
Oliver.
he's been
I
training.
follow-
I mean, I saw the thing where Sorrell was on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the
Yeah.
Packers really need to draft an edge rusher if they,
I don't
develop the
think
guys
so.
they already have?
Because Brent Cox Jr. actually he was our second best pressure rate until he got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until he got hurt. I mean, I like him.
Yep. He's a freak.
We need a guy up the middle. We need
We
a
need a
Gilbert
true
Brown.
nose
We need a
tackle.
Gilbert Brown, bro. We need a Gilbert Brown.
we need a
depth at
And-
defensive
and-
tackle.
yep.
And please let me say this about Dexter Lawrence. I know none of you guys want him. And it's all
I'll
this
take him
ball-
if he's cheap
Yeah.
enough.
Well,
I mean, I'll take him.
wouldn't
if he's cheap enough.
trade the whole
say what
world
he
for
did
him.
to say what he did and how he lacked in New York. That's New York. We're not the Giants.
Actually, he had a good PFF grade. He still did pretty good, actually.
Well, one but it's also a depth piece.
Yeah.
It's a depth piece as
Yeah.
well. If you think with Wyatt coming back, and now we got
Okay.
Hargrave.
Now, right there, let me stop you right there with Wyatt. Now, why won't you just take Wyatt, trade Wyatt, and a 5th round pick for this year, and a 3rd round pick next year for Lawrence? Because Wyatt, once you get him, you can't have 2. And actually, if we save money from trading Wyatt, they can go towards the money towards. So,
Well, it also is what does really the Giants want now? From what I heard, it's anywhere from like a 3rd round pick and beyond that. It ain't no.
I heard it was a 1st, and then it dropped down to a 2nd and a 5th or something like that, or. But I'm thinking trade him Wyatt. This way, they still get a good stud, player, and plus they get draft picks on top of it, and they don't got to pay that big fucking contract as big as with Wyatt compared to Lawrence.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to make any predictions on what the 2nd round pick or a 1st pick, whatever you want to call it, going to be, because it's like it's like Christmas. You go open up the gift and you're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Whatever, and boom. I'm not going to, whatever we get. But I really believe that policy is in Goody's ear.
I still think the 2nd and 3rd round pick needs to be corner and defensive tackle.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
they go
Yeah.
offensive line within the first 2 picks, they just screwed up.
I think they do
'Cause
better
they need those-
rounds anyways.
Those positions need to be strong for this team.
Yep.
And Yoli, if you're still here, hello.
Yeah, she's here somewhere. She was here.
Yeah.
Yoli, yoli, yoli.
They got 2 5th-round picks. They trade away Wicks. They can go get a wide receiver in one of those 5th-round picks.
A late pick, yeah. A late wide receiver pick.
Yeah, because your top targets are going to be Golden, Watson, and Reed. In my opinion.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and-
Along with Kraft, don't forget that, bro.
Davion
Yeah.
Williams.
We'll see how he plays when he
Well,
comes back.
I'm not throwing Savon Williams in there yet. He hasn't proven to be nothing.
You got more yet? You got more?
Well, Sky Moore.
Guy Moore, yeah.
This would be your
Yeah.
your kick returner.
Yeah, but you can,
Yeah.
you can throw him in some plays.
Yeah.
You have to, but I would like us just to keep him where he belongs.
But
Yeah.
I think But my thing is trading away Wicks leaves the door open for a new wide receiver 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't
great.
think we're not drafting a wide receiver, A-Dub. I just don't think it's going to be in the first 3 rounds.
I wouldn't mind getting a good
and,
tight end, a good blocking tight end.
Yeah, good tight end. I was going to say
Yeah,
that too.
exactly.
Hey, didn't they bring a receiver in that Brazil or what?
Two of them.
Was it him and Hurst?
I think so.
Ted Hurst from Georgia.
I heard they might get a receiver with their second round pick. I heard they might. If the right guys fall to them, they're going to.
Well, if they do that with the second round pick, by damn it, I hate to say it better be the goddamn Bryce Lance.
The way it sounds, they're not looking good on the corners. I think the corners are pretty much the good corners that are going to get taken before we get to them. And the corners are going to be a lot. They're slow. They're shorter. They don't fit our system.
So it makes sense for them to go corner first, then, correct?
If the right one falls to them, or if they can trade up to get them.
Well, you have a priority list, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson. They're saying something about Johnson, but
What I wouldn't give to see Goody's list right now. God
Yeah.
damn it.
yeah,
Mhm.
but nose tackle we definitely need. But they got a lot of good defensive tackles in this fucking draft, I guess.
Now we'll see.
So if they don't get one, they get one. They don't get one in the second round. They get one in the third round, probably.
I want to run stuffer. Because you guys realize we're going back to the 3-4.
But that's what this draft is. A lot of good run stuff.
Right.
Where our offensive our defensive run game sucks.
And funny thing is, I tried to be on the optimistic side to talk about which scheme was the most successful for us on defense as far as between the 3-4 and the 4-3.
4-3. We stopped the run way better than the last couple of years.
Yeah, last year was pretty much our best year for stopping the run.
But
But
I asked that question as far as thinking like, weren't we in a 3-4 when we won the Super Bowl years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, no. I know. Believe me, I get it, man. What we've been doing lately, the 6-4 ran a 4-3 in the 40. Chris Brazil.
I heard about him.
He was one of the top 30 guys that paid a visit to Green Bay.
Yeah.
And given his trajectory, he could be a second round pick for us.
What's up, Ron? Our number one fan is here, fellas.
Yeah.
What's up, Ronnie boy?
I think Jonathan Gannon is going to switch around from the 3-4 and the 4-3, try to get people, off guard.
Yeah, he's going to switch it up. It's not like he's going to stick right to 3-4 all the time. He's kind of more like a hybrid 3-4.
Yeah.
Do a lot of nickel.
He's just going to play to everybody's strength on the field.
Well, let me ask this: with us losing, well, no, never mind, because we got what's his name from the Colts,
Franklin.
Franklin.
Zaire
I like that.
Franklin.
I like that pick. I like him.
Yeah, me too.
Jeremy.
I forgot about that. I was saying we
Back
lost
home,
Quay
sir.
Walker. Are we going to get a guy because we lost Quay Walker?
No, we got Franklin now.
And I look at the linebacking room to say we're still pretty solid in that area because we got other guys
Hopper.
Yeah. You still got Cooper, we still got Hopper, and we still got Isaiah McDuffie.
I mean, do you think we lost something in Quay Walker, Steve? Because I went and looked at his numbers. His numbers were, I mean, they never even got close to what he did in his rookie season, bro.
And also, so for one to think about us going linebacker, you would think maybe Zaire Franklin is a downgrade from Walker somewhat.
I think he's a lateral move.
I think so too. Especially he plays the best in Gannon's system.
I don't think
He led the league in tackles.
Oh, Steve must have. That's why I didn't answer me.
But the Packers offensive line, they got to get it together. You know?
Yeah.
Go from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
top 3
And-
offensive line to like number 26 in the league last
Yeah.
year.
Sucked.
They got to get that together somehow.
What they say? They
And
played
going-
together
and going
80%
into
of the season. No, we played together.
Going to this season, one's got to think the two positions on the O line that's worth having your worries about has to be the center and the blind side tackle. Like, how much do you trust Sean Ryan to hold down the center spot? And is Jordan Morgan gonna actually hold down his spot at the left tackle position?
Right.
See, on the offensive line, Monk didn't have that many reps and stuff, but he did grade out like one of the top. And I'm not giving up on Monk. So if Sean Ryan starts stinking, put Monk in there right away. You know, but
And
that's
but then
that's who knows? We might draft
then
another
the other-
center. Who
but
knows?
then one could say the other positions are set.
Now
Like,
they miss around.
we still got our left guard and guarding Aaron.
Banks.
Yeah, Aaron Banks. Like it still looks to me like I'm still of the idea that Aaron Banks, we might have overpaid a bit for him to
Yep.
be our left guard, but one can hope he'll turn it around and show up this year and prove himself worth the contract.
Towards the end of the year, he was getting better. Just same with Sean Ryan. I mean, you got to remember, Sean Ryan, that was his first year actually being a true center. And towards the end of the season, he was getting better and better. And then like Morgan, they moved him all left and right everywhere. They moved him everywhere. And now they're going to be smart. They're putting him right back where he got drafted from, put him right where he belongs. And I think he's going to shine. I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. I really do.
Yeah.
I think
And
he's
speaking of a
gonna shine.
tackle, and speaking of another tackle being moved around, I think we'll see Anthony Belton maintain the right guard spot.
Yeah.
And we
And
still got that other Banks that we drafted.
Well, all I know is one of the Banks boys better step up.
Yeah.
Or quit going to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Shit.
But running back too, who's gonna be that?
Well, see, I'm glad you said that, Dorn, because there's one running back people are forgetting that's on this team, and that's Damian Martinez.
Who?
Damian Martinez.
Almost saying
Strong
who?
too. I think Strong's still there too.
Is that who number 2? We got who 1 and now who 2?
Yeah.
yeah, because part of me is thinking Green Bay may use a late round pick on a running back as far as somebody who will be running back 2 behind Josh Jacobs, but maybe they'll eventually replace him once his contract is up.
We signed
You
Brooks
guys-
back, didn't we? We signed Brooks
Yeah,
back.
we got Brooks back, but
Oh, good.
we're all
Well,
good.
you'll be our second one then. For now.
Marshawn Lloyd's out, right? Marshawn Lloyd.
No, he's not
Yeah.
out. No,
No,
he's not out.
No,
he's
he-
got to prove himself this year.
Yeah.
He's got to prove himself. If he stays healthy,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's a game changer,
Yeah,
man.
like
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, you guys been
Much-
telling me that for all
I
these
know,
years.
but
If
if
he
he can
can
stay
stay
healthy,
healthy.
I hear that Green Bay likes the running back out of Arkansas, Washington,
yeah.
Mike
and
Washington,
the
He
one from
paid-
Indiana, Black.
he paid us a visit. Mike Washington paid us a visit too. So I'm sure Green Bay might have their interest in him if he falls. Because you're going to need a change of pace back behind Josh Jacobs.
Did bring any kickers in?
Now, with Haversack on our team, we're good. We're golden.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we still have McManus signed, so I mean, there should be an open competition. We should cut whoever sucks. I don't know, man.
I mean, Christmas Day is going to be fun. And like I says, I'm not putting any emphasis on any player effort because, like I said, I hate when you open up the game and like, what the hell is this? No, I don't. You know that just sucks.
How do you figure we overpaid, Ron? I just don't get that.
He's
For
just
kicker,
saying that
I don't
because he
understand your
knows-
football logic, bro.
For
Ron
kicker, I
does-
think they need to move on from McManus. He missed kicks in back-to-back playoff games.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
Hey,
Bro, I
hey,
think
but if there's
McManus should be gone.
yeah,
McAnus should be gone.
hey,
yeah,
Rob.
if there's a reason I think Green Bay wants to keep him around, they feel like the biggest reason why McManus missed so many kicks was because he wasn't fully healthy when he came back.
Yeah. That's what I heard too. He came back too early because the other kicker was actually doing pretty good, and he was scared more of his job.
Hey, Rob.
But
If the Bears would have did what we did for Micah, overpaid in the two whatever, what would Ron be saying? That it was a good pick, it was a good
yeah,
deal.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yup.
The
And-
Bears,
And I guarantee, or perhaps, or then you would say the same. Or what about what if they did that for Max Crosby this year?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know, everybody gives Nixon a hard time, saying he sucks and everything. But, by PFF, he's actually better than fucking Jalen Johnson. You know that? He's actually way better than Jalen Johnson. Especially
Yeah, call him.
fucking
Yeah, you call him
broken
a
tackles.
loser, Ron,
bracket-
but I mentioned earlier this year he didn't lose a game against anybody in this division.
Yeah, bro.
Actually, you never beat him yet. Every time he played, you never beat him.
He still had 12 and a half sacks, bro. And he
Yep.
missed 5 games, and he still had 12 and a half sacks. Shut up, man.
Look, Ron
Did you guys have a guy at 12 and a half sacks?
Look, Ron is just mad because when he tries to get Parsons on his team on Madden on the Bears, they keep rejecting him.
Yeah, they reject him. Just
You know,
for that.
it's funny. He said we overpay for everybody, right? But you know what? We still got money in our pocket. We still got fucking quite a bit of money to play with. They're broke, dude. They're broker than broke, man.
And we just
Yeah,
released.
it's all like they
we
got
just
only.
released 3 guys tonight.
Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm. And if I recall, the Bears are still underneath $1 million in cap space.
Yeah, they're broken and broke.
Are you kidding me? The Bears are in on every trade. What are you talking about, Robbie? The
Yeah.
Bears are. Don't you know that they're in on the Dexter Lawrence trade? They're in on the fucking Micah trade. They're in on the fucking everybody trade.
Yeah, they were on Nick Willis too. They wanted Nick Willis, you know,
Yeah.
'cause he's better than
Sure.
Caleb.
Shoot, they wanted. Hey, I've seen posts from Bear fans that they wanted Max Crosby.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They want everybody, bro. They wanted Trey Lance when he was available. They want. It goes on and on and on. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're not going to get every trade.
You're not going to get every big name player you want.
Yeah.
No.
And your team isn't even shown it. It's got the balls to pull something off like that. You know,
They don't got the money to.
even when they did have the money,
Yeah.
bro, they had money all those years. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Coles is an idiot.
And
Your
wanna talk-
GM's an idiot.
And this guy wants to talk about overpaying for somebody. I still have my thought process about them still. I still think they overpaid for one of their edge rushers.
They were paid for Jalen Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, they overpaid for Johnson, too, as we read today.
Yep.
Or perhaps Montez Sweat. Sweat is an overpay as far as what he's getting paid a year from them.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I know he's staying a Raider. Who cares, man? I never thought he was.
Is there any chance of us bringing Diggs back?
Depends on how the draft goes. They could consider signing him post June 1st.
Yeah.
I mean, because there was I don't know if you guys saw it. With Franklin, he was hoping that we would trade for what's his name from the Colts, the one.
Kenny Moore the corner.
Yeah.
Hey, when do we get that $8 million back from Hobbs? That should come pretty soon, ain't it?
Perhaps, yeah. I'm thinking
Yeah,
perhaps
no,
after the draft, post June.
Yeah, okay. Then we're getting money back from that.
Still.
We got plenty of money to play with, man.
I mean, we are going to watch a different team on the field this year. Totally different.
Well, I
I
think
just
every
wanna
team
see
is
the
going to be different
confidence
every
league.
year.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see a team that's. I mean, bro, we regressed last year.
I want to see a team that can stay healthy, especially towards the end of the season. 2 years in a row. I mean, we lost the year before 5 games in a row. The last 5 games we lost. Last year, last 3 games. It's like, come on, man, we can't do that.
Well,
A-Dub brings it up all the time. The narrative that Jordan Love can't win the division. The narrative that Jordan Love can't win more than 9 games.
Yeah,
I'm
It takes
not
more than
worried.
Jordan Love.
I'm not worried
know.
about winning the damn division. Just get into the damn playoffs.
We've been in the playoffs.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that brings up
Yes.
another narrative we got to put to rest that people will talk about is we have not been beyond the 7th seed going into the playoffs the past few years.
Right.
All
And
3
that
years
doesn't
Jordan
bother me.
been starting. All 3 years Jordan Love's starting.
Yeah, but one thing about it, at least we get to the playoffs almost every year.
Yeah.
Now these teams don't even make it. Look at the Bears. When's the last time they fucking went to the playoffs before last year? What about the Vikings? They can't even win a fucking playoff game.
Well,
You got-
And
look at
and
it. The Lions, Vikings, and Bears won the division. We haven't won it yet.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
We're
the seventh seed,
consistent.
we're the seventh seed. We get knocked out. Okay, these guys, 15-2, first seed. But you guys, that's embarrassing. When you're that first seed and you get knocked out like that,
That's bad.
compared to you're the seventh seed. But then again, like I said, when we're the sixth or seventh seed,
I mean, our defeat against the Eagles was already an obvious case.
yeah.
For the Vikings and the Lions, y'all should have not lost the way you did.
Yeah.
To win the Super Bowl as the bottom seed is so much to hang your hat on, brag about. It's you know, one, you get to watch more Packer playoff games. And if they, like we did back in 2010, our last Super Bowl win, we was the bottom seed, sixth seed. We went on and won the Super Bowl. That's something you can say to brag about.
Yep. Hey, and we youngest team to win a fucking playoff game too. We're the youngest.
Yep. And we
Yeah,
were the first and the first seven-seeded team to win.
Yeah.
A playoff game, yeah.
I mean, how many of you guys live in Green Bay? You mean you can't go near Lambeau and like hear any whispers or?
John's up there. I'm telling John he should just go. You know,
Every time I bring a drone over there, they shoot it down. It's like, I quit. It's getting too expensive, you know. I got these little fly ones, you know, and somehow they find it, and now it's like getting too expensive.
I just can picture that right now.
it would be nice to see Goody's draft board. I want to know.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
And where's Eric at? He's sly, sneaky. He's so thin. He can just.
He became a full-fledged Giants fan now, I guess.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I mean, how hard is it going with your phone? Take a real quick picture of it on your phone and run the hell out.
Yeah. I think that area is pretty much blocked off tighter than tight.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
I think the Packers made a lot of good decisions moving on from Dobbs and moving on from Rashawn Gary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think replacing Rashawn Gary in that position is automatically going to make the team better moving forward. And you know, Dobbs, if Dobbs caught that football in the playoffs, they might have been further on from the first round. You know, that was a huge thing. And then of course the missed kicks by McManus.
Yeah.
But what? Hey, you guys know that when we got rid of Dobbs, that was our best wide receiver in the postseason.
But he was also the number one target, you know?
Yeah.
So if you move all those targets to Watson and Golden, I guarantee you Golden is going to catch way more than Dobbs.
Yeah.
Golden's shifty, man. Once he gets the ball in his hand, he's shifty. I think he's going to have a lot of yak yards, I think, this year. I really do.
Yeah.
Glad that I won't see that damn condom head anymore.
You might see it again when it comes to Savion Williams being out there every once in a while.
Yeah, but like take that damn thing off.
You would think they would kind of the vision at the ball a little harder because you know it's so big. I don't know.
Well, you know,
heavier.
Each quarterback has their ball pumped up to their like, you know, that big
Flake gate.
Yeah, that big thing on that.
Flake
gate.
And see, each team used their own football, so that shouldn't even matter because they said that Aaron Rodgers had his ball pumped up to 16 pounds.
Huh. I thought they had to all be the same.
No. Nope. Each team has their own ball. So that ball with the flake gate with Tom Brady, the other teams did not use that ball that Tom Brady was using.
Well, that's weird. Fuck Tom Brady, the cheating bastard. Sorry, cheated. He cheated, bro. He could have easily solved it if he didn't. He could have just gave his phone up and said, "Here you go. Here's proof. I didn't cheat," but he did cheat.
Patriots, all they do. That's all they know how to do.
The Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, somebody talked about if you look some things up, everybody cheats in a certain way.
Yeah. Every team got busted one time or another for sure.
I mean, if you're not, is it really cheating or is it winning? You're trying to win, just a different way. Maybe someone made a rule and it's not. No, I don't believe in cheating. I believe you should be honorable at all of it.
Then he went to Saints at the Bounty Gate fucking after Favre. Fucking Bounty, was that Bounty Gate or something?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
But that's been going on for a while though, man. You know, it just got exposed in that game. They must have bigger, higher stakes or something in that game or something. But
yeah, but how long was the Patriots cheating before they got they were stealing signs? Remember that was another one of those.
Yeah.
And they didn't even get called out for it till one of their former coaches became a head coach in the same division playing against them.
Yeah.
Then he rats them out. That's what he used to do when he played for them.
Or what about that Spygate thing from Bill Belichick?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Spygate, all of that. They're all cheaters. They're all cheaters, bro. They're all. I'm sure Robert Kraft knew about half of it.
So you're saying Tom Brady won't get a jacket then?
Bro, he's getting a jacket.
Speaking of which, I already seen somewhere that Cam Newton's supposed to be eligible for the Hall of Fame this year.
Do you guys think he should be put in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he's worthy of the Hall of Fame, but at least not the first ballot.
He's gonna get a first ballot.
No way. Why?
I don't know.
Because he wears women's hats? Tell me.
I like to think some other folks who are getting in. I would think there's some other folks who are more worthy than him right now.
Yeah, exactly. The guy was a basket case towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What did he do? Like when he first busted on the scene, didn't he have the first so many rushing yards or so many? I mean, he set records for rookie rookie rushing.
But but if there's one moment we're still holding over Cam Newton's head is, why didn't you fall on that ball in the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I call out Aaron Rodgers. He should have ran.
Yeah.
Against Tampa, he should have ran. Should have ran it in. Fucking guy.
Be in his shoes, man. You ain't got seconds, man. You got big boys coming after your ass. It's like you got seconds only, man, to think.
Yeah, but bro, this is the end of this is everything's on the line. It's the end of the game. Let's go, run it, motherfucker. You know what you got to do.
But see, one thing about it, fucking, he had tunnel vision to fucking Adams, though, man. That's what fucking hurt us, man. He has tunnel vision. And Lazard was wide open quite a few times, and fucking Lazard's like, fucking, what the hell's going on here, man?
Yeah, Rodgers was he's a product of his own problem, man. He thinks he can make every pass play. He can make every throw. You know what I mean? That's what the problem was.
Yeah.
He just convinced himself if he had Devontae, he would. That's the other piece to what he needed. He just needed a perfect wide receiver to catch everything.
Yeah, and the thing was, I seen games where MVS was far more productive than him in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Our most productive receiver was MVS, as he had over 100 yards receiving in that game.
Yep.
MVS was up and down. You do really good one game, and then the next game you play like shit and do a lot of drives.
And not to mention, there were too many years that he couldn't stay healthy.
Kind of reminds me of Wicks, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Wicks better. I
had high hopes for Wicks, but I don't know.
But then one difference between the two is that MVS is what S was what Christian Watson used to be when he started out. Rather, MVS was a deep threat in his own right.
Hey, Ron, when's the last time the Packers are actually in the bottom division, man?
Yeah, because I hear many Bear fans predict that every other year, and it never happens.
We haven't been there since 2005, buddy.
I think the Bears carry a giant target on their backs this season.
Well, for sure. Because they got to play that first place schedule now. They got to play that first place schedule.
Right. I mean, I've already called out the first place teams they got. I know one of them is the Eagles. The other one is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think the other one is the Seahawks.
Yeah. That's a tough man. I'm telling you. And I still saw someplace where they give the Bears 9.5 wins. They still say 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way they won those games being nicknamed the Cardiac Bears, that kind of winning is not sustainable.
No.
The Bears
And
lost DJ Moore. That's going to be
Yeah.
a different team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that offensive line too. They're starting right or left tackle. He's out for the rest of the year, or like he'll be out for a year.
Well,
And then-
they replaced their center with Bradbury.
Yeah, Bradbury ain't the greatest. I mean, actually, he's not even good at all. I'll tell you the truth. I mean, he's maybe
Not even
great.
good at all.
I mean,
No,
it's a
Johnny,
big downgrade from they had. It's a big downgrade from they had.
Yeah. It's funny. He's like,
And I even mentioned before, with DJ Moore gone, who can you say is your new number one? Is it Roma Dunze or Luther Burden?
I don't know, they're both trash.
Ooh, that's a huge question mark.
yeah, they're both trash, he says.
They're both trash. They're top 5 in drops, dude. They're
Yeah.
Put
trash.
pressure on Caleb Williams. He's in trouble.
Yeah. He makes those miracle throws. He fucking
And
hopes and
then
tropes.
not to mention, you could still hold that completion percentage over his head as far as a problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives on broken plays, man. That's basically what it does, you know.
Yeah, but Bear fans talk like he can't be beat. You heard Dave.
Yeah. Iceman. Yeah, Iceman. Didn't he fucking throw a fucking interception
Yeah.
and your fucking play
yeah.
up front?
Yeah, he has that nickname because he's able to respond in late game situations. Like the Bears have always been the comeback kings throughout that whole season.
Well, they just got rid of all the guys that got interceptions. Their top guys interceptions. They fucking got rid of those guys. That's like where your turnovers going to come from. You know what I mean? They're relying on turnovers.
And
You
I
know?
believe
I don't know where you get your information from, buddy.
and I believe some announcers have been saying that about the Bears, that if that defense wasn't getting turnovers, they weren't doing anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
You're
was
right.
asked if I was going to go to the draft because it's in Pittsburgh and that's like 20, 30 minutes away from me. And I was like, hell no, Pittsburgh is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And 2, if I don't get to announce every pick of the Packers, I don't want to be there. That'd be great for you guys to see me on TV announcing the picks.
Bro, Robbie
well,
says Rodgers is going to come announce the Pittsburgh pick and announce that he's starting.
Well, we already got confirmation that John Kuhn's going to be announcing our picks.
Oh yeah, at least 2 of them, right?
Yeah,
Oh, John Kuhn is?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
The top 4 players on the Bears with the most interceptions are not even on the team this upcoming
Exactly.
season.
Yeah.
That defense is going to be completely different.
Oh well.
They did get rid of all the guys that were opportunistic for him last year. That is for sure. But and I still think they're going to get rid of Jalen Johnson. He's trash.
Yeah. It's pretty bad when Nixon's better than him.
The only thing good about that team is the running backs, but the offensive line has changed a little bit.
They already acquired a top-notch safety in Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks.
He's all right. I mean, he's not great, but he ain't bad.
Kobe Bryant.
400-yard passer for them.
I had a Bear fan say he's better than fucking any receivers, any safeties we got, and I laughed at him. I said, "You're not." He's not
Yenzu, the answer to that question is 0 because hold on, who was the? You said who was the last Bear to throw for 400 yards in a single game? I think I've seen that happen for Justin Fields once.
Yeah.
Justin, I guess Tampa Bay or some shit, right? Or didn't he throw like 6 touchdowns?
He did it. I think he
Or
did that
San
against
Fran or something.
That was Trubisky. That was Trubisky against Tampa. 6 touchdowns.
No, Justin Fields had a 400-yard game once before. I'm trying to remember, was it against Washington or was it against Denver?
There's actually an answer, he says. What's Ron saying here? Bears secondary was 27th in passing yards allowed, so that's why Bears rebuilt. Yeah, no, but all the guys the Bears rebuilt, all the guys that got you your turnovers last year. What are you guys going to do for turnovers?
Yeah. And Jalen Johnson ain't good. Stevenson ain't good.
It's actually an answer.
I mean, pretty much
It was
revamped that whole secondary.
Trubisky. It was Trubisky.
I don't know. I think the Bears got a great shot at fourth place in the NFC North this season.
I think so too.
Got a great shot at it.
Commanders 2.0, man. Commanders 2.0.
Yeah, and that will be proven true if the Bears fall off from where they were last season.
The Vikings, you just can't. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint them. I mean, they're always so up and down.
Yeah, and I mentioned before that their season depends on what you get from Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
The Keebler Elf.
Depends on,
That's usually Ken's fantasy quarterback. He's not here to give him shit about it, but when you guys see him, say, "Hey man, you gonna pick your Keebler off now that he's a Viking?" He probably still will, bro.
Right, as long as you don't. Right, the days he plays up against us, you probably won't take him then.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison always has those off the field issues.
Yeah.
Getting in trouble with legality things.
And Naylor's gone now. He went to the Raiders, right?
Yeah. I looked up something for you guys. Supposedly the last Bears quarterback to throw for 400 yards in a single game is Jim Miller, who threw for 422 yards against the Minnesota Vikings back in 1999.
Holy shit, 99.
Jim McMahon. Jimmy Mick. What about him, Jim McMahon? He sucked.
Hey, Go Pack, have you done any mock drafts?
Have I done any mock drafts? A while ago, yeah.
A while ago?
Who do you
Not
want?
recently?
Who do you want for
Yeah,
first
but
pick?
we haven't had to ask you. Who do you want?
Who I want? I don't.
I mean, we should give out a prize if someone gets it right. Someone guesses our first
Rudy's
pick.
gonna sit there and pick
I'll tell you-
whoever he thinks.
Yeah, I'll tell
And
you
then,
what.
What's his name? Ed Policy.
I've looked.
Look at what I had recently or last time.
Well, I've watched a few episodes from Locked On Packers or Pack-A-Day podcast, and I've seen numerous names come up. Like, if there was a
Bro, they all got someone different.
Yeah, and the
I got
one,
Lee
and the
Hunter.
one name,
Pick
Yeah,
52.
yeah.
yeah, one name that they brought up as far as a true nose tackle that could be a perfect fit for Green Bay. They talked about this kid named Dominic Orange, the big boy from Iowa
Big
State.
citrus.
Yeah, but they said he needs some work though. But I heard he's a big boy. He's got
Where
a
can
motor
we get
on
him at? Where can we get him at? Third round?
Yep,
Second.
either second or the third round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get Keith Abney as his pick number 84 for corner.
Corner.
Well, when I look at Keith Abney, he could be a second round pick for us, given where he could fall.
Corner.
But I mean, they got to go for a corner or defensive tackle.
Yeah, they have to.
So many corners of the Packers last season had the football go straight through their hands. They could have had easy interceptions, but some way, somehow, they just didn't, capitalize.
We talked about Nixon, all his pass
or-
breakups. How many of those could have been picks? Fucking guy.
Yeah, but then think about blown coverages too. How many times we had to watch our corners get burned as far as blown coverages or misdirection assignments and all. That hurt us just as much.
Even Xavier dropped a bunch of fucking picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I recall, the guy who led us in picks was Evan Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he graded out better than you just
He
mentioned.
had a solid finish.
That safety the Bears just picked up. Actually, he's better than him.
Yeah, Zane Anderson, he's in Miami now.
Oh, yeah, they lost him. Let's see.
It's going to be interesting.
But I say our safety room is still pretty good. Like you still got Evan Williams, you still got McKinney, so you still have Javon Bullard, and we still have Kaino Adapo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a new defensive coach, so that maybe that shakes things up a little bit for these players.
Hmm.
We got new coaches all over the place.
I know, bro. So much turnover. Oh, I feel like we're the Lions. I feel like we're like the Lions from last year.
Yeah, but one's got to think, how well is it going to work out?
I agree.
Like our QB coach, he's now the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. By the way, where the hell is Rock? Where the hell has he been?
Oh, Rock's having technical difficulties with his phone.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
He can't
Yeah.
just log on, bro. I tried to get
And
him on.
if there's anything I'm betting on with this new look defense, it's a matter of when it comes to Jonathan Gannon, can he bring back the Javon Hargrave that we saw in Philadelphia to play with us?
I hope
Him
so.
and Franklin.
I think also with Hargrave, you got to think, the Vikings lost a lot of football games. So if you're a defensive player and you're seeing your team lose so many games, it's tough to stay motivated.
Yeah.
You know?
Hargrave even came out. He even bitched at Flores. He said, "You ain't paying me right, man. Fucking this and that." And then they benched him right after that because he fucking pissed him on about the Flores. Hey, you ain't using me right, And that's why he's out of there. Which now he went to Gannon. It's Now I think I think they're gonna play him all around.
Like for Gannon, you're playing with a familiar face.
Yeah.
Face that got the best out of you in Philly.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's gonna step it up this year. I really do. Especially now he gets to play against Parsons and.
What are we going to think though if Miami goes to the Super Bowl?
Miami? Oh man.
I don't see that happening, especially since they're rebuilding.
Right.
This is a rebuilding year for
I'm
them.
just saying that they got like most of our team, Halfley and what's his name and all the whatever.
Malik Willis as a quarterback.
After A-Shane, who do they got?
I don't know. Halfley said that he wanted to play us within the first 4 games.
Yeah, he wants to
They want to
us.
avoid,
He wants to get us at a time that we're not fully healthy.
Hey, are on the Packers.com? You guys going to do that schedule challenge thing?
No.
If you could predict, the right schedule, the exact schedule, you will win 4 tickets to the home opener and a $500 Green Bay Shop gift card.
Damn.
I hope the Packers play the Bears after the 4th week of the season.
I'm tired of us playing those teams at their place like at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Well, we had some home games. We just couldn't win no games at the end. I mean, 5-game losing streak, fellas.
And are they taking
3?
Are they taking the Thanksgiving games away from Detroit?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's a tradition. They're gonna lose every fucking Thanksgiving. It's just
we're just gonna go in there and take it from them.
Yeah.
I like it. I like smacking Detroit around at Thanksgiving. It's fun.
Do you guys think the Packers might trade up with an extra 5th and 7th round pick?
We might.
I mean, anything's possible, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I wish I could see Booty's draft board. I really do.
I think that's a possibility. They're going to trade up maybe at one point of the draft. Maybe they go out and get some undrafted free agents.
I know. I heard there's still rumors about Musgrave getting traded to Miami yet.
Yeah.
But I could see it, and I wouldn't mind it because I wouldn't mind getting another tight end that's actually a blocking tight end.
And if there's a reason I could see Musgrave getting traded is because this year is supposed to be the final year of his rookie deal. And I don't know if Green Bay's going to extend him or not past this season.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Trade him out, get some draft picks for him.
I think it all depends on how he plays.
Hey, Robbie, you want Thanksgiving Day? You want Thanksgiving? You want Turkey Day? We'll give you Turkey Day.
Yeah, you can always have Steelers and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Steelers and Ravens.
Yeah. With
Rodgers.
I mean, Yenzer ought to enjoy it because for the past couple of years, the Steelers have owned the Ravens.
Yeah. On that note, we got to go. We're at a minute out, so I want to thank everybody for coming and commenting. Thanks for your opinions. And as always,
the Bears still suck.
Bears suck.
And go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack.
Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network on Roku and Fire Stick. This is the first place to find all the latest NFL news, trades, and rumors. If you have a Roku or Fire Stick, access your menu and locate the search bar to perform a channel search. Then simply type in Huddle Sports Network. After completing the search, this logo should appear. Then add to your menu and you're good to go. We cover all your football needs, from breaking news to trades and rumors.
Ken and Ken in the morning, 10 to 11. Wake your mind up, this the sports heaven. Next up is Lines Talk with Jeremy B. 11 to 12, breaking news you see. Then we roll into the Daily Huddle, no doubt. From 12 to 1, hear what it's about. We got the beats, we got the flow. Huddle Sports Network is the place to go.